last night started off great. It ended up a little rough as the Pirates opened the series in Philadelphia. Game 2 is tonight from Citizens Bank Park, and the Pirates fans making their way in. It were the Philly fans last night that had a last laugh. We'll see what happens here in the second game of this weekend series. Welcome into our North Shore studios. Joe Block and Bob Walk with you, and Robbie Ince-Mikowski coming up in just a little bit. So a game of firsts tonight as the left-hander Sam Howard will get the ball for the Bucks. His first major league start, typically a reliever. We'll see how far he can go tonight.
Yeah, probably they're just looking to see him maybe get through the lineup one time, kind of an opener type deal. I think that's what we're looking at tonight. Yeah,
Bryce Harper, a lefty batter, bats third, so kind of the matchup that the Pirates would want. And then probably what we're going to see following him, Miguel Yajure was activated today, and he looked very good in the times that we've seen him with the Pirates.
Yeah, I was very impressed the couple of times that we've seen him pitch with his knowledge of how to pitch at a young age, the control that he was able to show us. You're going to see some highlights here of him pitching in the minor leagues, but a lot of what you're seeing in these highlights are what we saw in his couple of starts up here at the big league level. He didn't seem to be intimidated or anything like that. Just pitches his game, and hopefully he'll be able to do that tonight against a team that can swing the bat pretty well. Obviously, we saw that in last night's game.
The 23-year-old missed the middle of the season with injury, but he has pitched everywhere he's gone. He's been successful as we look at the Shealy's scouting report on him.
Yeah, the thing, what I was talking about earlier, the 2 starts with the Pirates, I mean, check out those numbers. 161 opponent batting average. Even though he's going at the guys pretty good, he still wasn't giving up any hits. And that's one of the reasons I'm really anxious to see him pitch tonight.
So Sam Howard will get the ball first for the Bucks against the fighting Phils. Brian Hayes took it the opposite way for a home run last night. The Keystone rivalry renewed. Tonight, the Pirates and the Phillies coming up right here on AT&T Sportsnet.
AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Toyota RAV4, with reliability and value that Pittsburgh can count on. Go Toyota and let's go places. And by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas, official legal partner of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's go Bucks!
Just a moment ago, Sam Howard heading out to the bullpen where he will make his first major league start tonight. But really going to be just another relief outing. It's just the beginning of the game relief outing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he didn't go out early or anything like that. He's still not throwing out there. He'll probably wait until Pirates start to hit, and he'll take it just like he normally does and start the game in that fashion.
A starter in the minors with the Rockies.
Everybody started at some time.
Yeah, that's right. There's Broad Street, right, in Philadelphia.
Yeah, looking.
If you give a hoot, there is
that
Temple.
Texas? Oh, Temple.
Temple, yeah. The Owls.
Ooh.
No, the Owls.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Owls. Temple Owls.
That's a popular joke in my household these days. Kyle Gibson, the All-Star, will go for Philadelphia tonight. Pirates have already seen him once this year. That was when he came to the Phillies in the midseason trade with Texas. And the Pirates RAV4 lineup tonight. Hayes, as we mentioned, homered last night. Yoshi Tsutsugo, he's reached safely in 15 consecutive starts. And it's Brian Reynolds. Colin Moran also homered last night, a long one. Gamble and Newman, Perez back behind the plate. Park and Howard, if he gets that far tonight.
Brian Hayes getting himself ready. He's got to be, I think, loving this leadoff spot. He's been hitting well. I don't know if that's any correlation to that or not, but being the first guy out of the chute, gotta love that. There you see Kyle Gibson, his numbers on the year, 171 innings. Pretty darn good, 3.51 ERA. Since August, his fastball's been getting hit pretty hard. So we'll see how that goes tonight. See if we can do a little good work on the straight pitch.
And Howard will end up facing Bryce Harper when he's out there, the #3 hitter for the Phillies. We'll preview that lineup coming up. Behind them tonight, Gibson, of course, Harper out there in right field. The Honda defense, Herrera and McCutchen in the outfield as well. Galvis, Gregorius, Segura, and Miller in the infield, and it's the All-Star Real Muto. Bryce Harper might be the most valuable player when the year is through. If the Phillies can overtake Atlanta and win the division, that would bolster his case. Hayes with that opposite field home run, a 3-run shot last night. Pirates took a 6-0 lead after Moran's home run, one batter into the third, and got one base runner the rest of the night, erased on a double play. And then the Phillies, who were quieted, ended up scoring 12 runs in a 12-6 win. So an eventful first game, as it usually is between these two teams. Miller has the out. And 6 of the next 7 are going to bat left-handed against Gibson, and that overall has been a trouble spot for Gibson. He has not fared well against left-handed batters since he's joined the Phillies. Righties have been very good against. And Tsutsugo has been good against everyone since joining the Pirates. One month and 8 days ago, made his Pirates debut out in Los Angeles. 5th in the league in OPS in that span. That's the cutter from Gibson. Pitch that he added late last season. Out to Herrera.
2 quick ones.
There's Dylan Peters, the long-haired lefty, hitting the injured list today. A look at our AHN injury update, and the Pirates placing Peters on the injured list with a low back strain. Second time in the past month he has had that same malady, and so a retroactive move still does technically enable him to appear this season. Bednar may return this year. Stallings should return this year, and Brubaker on the right still technically eligible to return. And if he did, it would be unlikely that he would, but it would not be as a starter. I couldn't think at this point. Reynolds bats with the bases clear. You can tell it's fall. It's already just about nightfall in Philadelphia. That's when the game starts. It's already sun setting.
Yep.
And Brian Reynolds gave us all a thrill when he faced Gibson a couple of months ago. Remember this?
Almost.
Yeah. I got out on my seat when I saw that one. Thought I was going to be out of there, but the 8'7" Judge able to snare that ball. That was when Gibson was with the Texas Rangers, playing for an American League team. Cutter stayed in Full count. Howard's already ready to go. It's funny, starting pitchers, they take about as long to warm up as they do to pitch, how long they're in the game for, and the relievers kind of the same. I'm going to pitch for 10 minutes. I need about 10 minutes to warm up, if that. He got called out on that two-seamer. Wide strike zone tonight for James Hoy. Here comes Sam Howard. Howard, first start in the major leagues, first at all in 3 years. And the Phillies lineup he'll face tonight, similar to last night, Herrera and Segura, with Harper hitting third, but then Real Muto in the lineup. He had 3 hits and 4 RBIs. Only played half the game. Miller and McCutchen, Gregorius, Scalvis, Gibson. 3 Gs at the bottom of the lineup. Odubel Herrera, a lefty, will start.
Take a look at Howard's numbers, brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. A lot of games, 49 of them, all relief appearances. He also spent some time on the IR this year.
Kind of his same routine. Just warmed up when the team was batting. Here's the defense behind him tonight. It's Gamble, Reynolds, and Tsutsugo in the outfield. Hayes, Park, Newman, and Moran. Michael Perez makes his 4th straight start. Hoy Park is the shortstop tonight. Try to get a look at him there. Tucker riding a hitting streak. We'll give him at least the night off to start. As a mix and match.
Well, we saw last night this offense is tough to hold down. See if Howard can get us off to a good start. Got off to a great start last night. He's up 6-0 after what, 3 innings?
After the leadoff man in the 3rd, yeah.
But just couldn't quite make it stick as their pitching got extremely good, and then we pretty much fell apart.
Now, for what you have a comeback win like that, you'd say, well, how many years has that been? It's how many days has it been for the Phillies? That one's foul. Now, the Phillies 3 times this month have erased 6 or 7 run deficits to win. The last team to do that in any single month in baseball was in 1884. The Cincinnati team. So they are the fighting Phils. And if they do end up overtaking Atlanta, that'll be a huge reason why. And Howard strikes out Herrera.
Good breaking ball down the way, got him. There you see the playoff picture, and the Phillies they're after Atlanta. It'd be very tough to get a wild card, almost impossible. I think so far behind St. Louis at this point. St. Louis, the hottest team there is in baseball right now.
Yeah, they've won 13 in a row after winning another one today, and they got another one to play tonight. It's raining in San Diego, but they're supposed to finish a suspended game and then play a regularly scheduled game tonight. Atlanta. Phillies and Atlanta still play each other 3 times.
That's crazy. It's raining in San Diego. Do they have a tarp?
Well, they better get one. Remember they got one at the Metal Supply Company. Segura in there at 297. Well, James Hoy tonight has been erratic, to say the least. He has missed 4 I've counted so far out of the 16. Tough for a pitcher and a hitter too. Just want to know what you're to expect.
Well, you know,
they'll iron it out.
Him being erratic tells you what to expect.
Yeah.
There's always something to learn.
And Mark Carlson worked the plate last night. He worked the World Series last year too, did Carlson.
Definitely trying to jam him, keep that ball in on him. I mean, he is swinging at those inside pitches.
I wonder if there's any extra adrenaline for Howard, or if this is just another outing for him. Pitching in the first inning rather than the 6th or 7th or 8th.
I think there probably would be if it was a situation where they said, hey, we're giving you the ball to start the game, go as long as you can. But I don't think that's the case. I think this is like a relief appearance.
And a lot of times you kind of know who you're going to face when you go into when you warm up, right? I mean, okay.
Oh, yeah.
If this guy's coming up.
I mean, that's why you think, you know, when the phone rings, this might be me, because you know where you are in the lineup, where you're going in the lineup. So, yeah, that's.
And Yahuree was added to the roster today. He just went 6 innings last week in Indianapolis. So, really, the reason you start Howard is because you want to guarantee this matchup in the first inning. Try to lessen Harper's impact. .420 slugging against lefties, .708 against righties. The best OPS in baseball. Among the leaders, top 3 in batting average and on base percentage and slugging percentage. Yeah, a marked difference. Now you could say, well, you could bring Howard later in the game to face Howard, but you do guarantee this matchup by starting him. Should say Howard for Harper, Sam and Bryce. Behind him, 2-1. Got the first 2 men struck out. Good slider from Howard.
Didn't give in and just try and throw a strike. Got Harper to chase, which definitely was down and away. Going to be a ball. Another slider, see if he can strike him out.
And there's that expansive zone.
Struck out the side. How about that?
Excellent strategy. Scoreless first. And Sam Howard struck out the side. Couldn't have gone better for his first major league start.
Got a little bit of a call there, which you pointed out. It's kind of how this game has gone behind the plate.
He'll get fined for that. That's what that
used to be. Every time an umpire put his finger out, it was $100, but that was like 50 years ago. I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, kind of write that down. He'll get a letter.
I remember Bob Horner turning to the umpire, and he was doing the same thing, and the umpire kept putting up fingers. And Horner looked at him and said, "That's tip money."
Colin Moran hit a home run last night.
They've probably had to increase it a little bit.
Yeah, there's been inflation.
Well, I don't know how high it would have to be to affect Harper. Right?
Oh, I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it's not a deterrent.
Like for some people.
Well, for the participants in this game,
if you're a young rookie and you see the umpire putting up ones, and this was when minimum salary was 32 grand, that was a deterrent then.
oh sure.
Nowadays, I don't know. Depends on
Yeah.
what the fine is, I guess. But I don't think anything is a deterrent to Harper. He'll do what he wants.
No, you see that once in a while. I mean, heck, even Reynolds has done that once this year where, I mean, the guys get frustrated. That's all right. If you make it a habit, it'll add up over the course of the year. Everyone gets frustrated, and he had every right to. He was called out on a ball. Changeup makes it 2-2. Got Gamble in there tonight. All the lefties that they can throw out there against Gibson. With the Phillies, they're hitting about twice as well in terms of slugging as righties are. And this long year riddled with injuries for Moran. Don't want to end with one. Especially just when he's getting it going.
Yeah, that one hurt a little bit. Get the blood flow going. He's okay.
Yeah. The organist was playing Green Acres. That is not a show I have thought of in a long time. Out to center. Herrera has the first out, so 4 up and 4 down for Gibson thus far. Coming up a week from tonight, a free shirt Friday. The Reds will be in town, beginning the final weekend of 2021's baseball year in Pittsburgh, and the first 20,000 take home a gray Pittsburgh t-shirt thanks to PNC. Plus a pregame Miller Lite happy hour in the Crow's Nest. Gates open at 5:30. Get your tickets at pirates.com/free shirt Fridays. Visit the MLB ballpark app as well. Fan Appreciation Weekend begins on Friday. $10 tickets for all 3 games, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I like how they have all the games beginning at roughly the same time, the final scheduled day of the regular year.
I'm not a fan of that.
No?
No. I like the 1 o'clock starts.
Well, I guess they could alter it if the teams, neither team is involved.
I think we're the ones that are the reason for that, because of what happened. Well, we're going to start Cole or not. Our game started before St. Louis.
Gibson's second strikeout. Yeah, that way teams.
St. Louis had the advantage of seeing what happened in our game before they decided who they were going to start. Were they going to wrap it up or not?
And you can hold back a starter and then use him in the postseason instead if you wrap it up.
That's why they did it. So nobody has an advantage over somebody else as far as who you're going to pitch that day, in case your one game is separating you.
So you better wrap it up by Saturday.
You can't back in. Yes, you can still back in, but you don't know you're backing in until it's all over.
If you play fast, maybe then.
But you can't, clinch because the team you're in competition with, especially nowadays with the wild card, you're playing in Pacific time and they're playing Eastern time. That game's over. Now you clinched. Now you can, you can have you can have a bullpen game and save your starter for the playoffs.
3 strikeouts for the All-Star Kyle Gibson. Philadelphia, much better weather out there as we've seen rain throughout. This Pirates pitching change brought to you by Sheely's Furniture, Appliances, and Mattresses.
Yeah, Hurry has pitched a couple games for us, and you see his numbers. They're pretty darn good. 8 strikeouts in 9 innings, so walked just 3. Not too bad. Haven't been giving up hardly any hits. Opponent batting average just 160 in those 9 innings. So anxious to see him pitch.
Yeah, I really like watching him.
He's not a stuff guy now. He's not going to impress you. Don't look down at the radar or anything like that. Just watch the hitters and let them decide if he's any good or not.
And maybe even the catcher's glove. It seemed like he was awfully good at hitting his spots.
Yep.
He'll face Real Muto start his night. Howard struck out everybody he faced tonight. When's the last Pirate starter that could say that? Talking with Donnie Kelly, the bench coach. Here's how awesome I was. He was awesome.
Very slider dominant in that inning, which earlier in the year, I mean, that's the way he would pitch, high fastballs and sliders, and was very, very good. Now, of late, he's been trying to mix in. We saw it the other day. He threw like 8 or 9 changeups in 1 inning, and he had only thrown 4 the entire season prior to that inning. So at least until tonight, he's trying to mix in more changeups, trying to have that third pitch. Tonight he went back to what's working for him, sliders and fastballs, and he did very well.
And Yajure off to a good start, getting the very tough Real Muto on a curveball. Now Brad Miller. Yajure coming off of a 6-inning start through 86 pitches on Friday for Indianapolis. Now you're going to have to help me out, because what I've got here is he's got that changeup and he's got a cutter, and they're about that
same.
Yeah, 89 or so.
Yeah.
I guess one would move one way and one would move the other, but not that much, perhaps. There, the curveball gets the second out.
That one's easy, the curveball. Slider and the chain are always the tough ones, especially when you're like charting pitches from the dugout. You're looking at this, the ball come in at the side, and you see about the same speed. Both of them will kind of fall a little bit, and then you got the chart. You look at the guy next to you, say, "What was that?" And then you just, whatever. They don't do that nowadays.
No.
Pitching charts weren't all that accurate back when the pitchers were keeping them. Sometimes you might fall behind a couple. You get a conversation with somebody, and then you just fill in a couple things. I had to throw a slider. I'll give him some sliders here.
I remember that was done in the minor leagues too. If you're starting pitcher is your off night, it's be sitting in the stands.
In the minor leagues, when I was in the minor leagues, you had a chart you kept every night. You timed the runners one night, you kept the spray chart one night, you kept the pitching chart a night. There was another one you kept too.
And Hayes with just enough room, an 8-pitch inning for Miguel Yajure. His first inning in the big leagues in 4 months.
Brought to you by Barrel Ford. With Barrel Ford Fast Pass, buy your next car online and on your terms. And by AHN, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
And Sam Howard has been used tonight. Pitched the first inning, struck out the side.
Normally you're upset when you're going for the early shower, but Howard did a fine job. So he gets first crack at the spread.
They may not even have it ready yet.
Oh no, it's not ready yet. But when they get it ready, he'll have first crack at it.
So the spread is the post-game meal?
Yeah.
The dining table?
I don't know if they still call it a spread, because now most of these places, I guess, they have kitchens and stuff.
Yeah,
in the old days, they would spread a tablecloth over some utility table in the middle of the clubhouse, and they'd put the hot dogs and the chicken noodle soup there, and that's what you would have.
You get like that if it was a big night.
You probably think I'm joking. In Philly, you got hot dogs and chicken noodle soup every night.
What if it was a hot night?
You could put a blindfold on and walk up, and you would know exactly where everything was. It's the same every year, every game, always.
And you guys won the World Series that year.
Well, no, not for the home team.
Oh, you mean when you visit Philadelphia?
Yeah, this is I'm talking about the visitors.
No cheesesteaks?
No, we got soup and hot dogs. Now, eventually that changed over the years.
Now, what did you eat at home when you played for the Phillies that year?
Oh, they always had really good food.
Oh, okay. Could you have cheesesteaks?
No, it was like dinner time food.
Oh, dinner time. Gibson looking like an effective changeup tonight. Yeah, you could sit out there, you watch the game, have a little bite to eat, slather some mustard on the hot dog. You can put ketchup on it too if you want. Pretty floral display right there.
That is, especially this time of year. Look at that. It's incredible. Those aren't mums either, I don't think. All of our flowers at home now they're done for the year.
Ours are hanging on for another day or two, and then that'll be it. Yeah, are those real? Better Homes and Gardens had visited. I was reading an article in that. That's not true. 1-out walk. First man to reach against Gibson tonight. Save on Pirates tickets. Use your PNC Bank Pirates card. Card holders, you can save up to half off select home games while showing your Pirates pride. Show your Pirates card at the PNC Park ticket windows or at pirates.com/Pirates card. Miguel Yajure, the pitcher, trying to stab at a ball and hopefully put it in play. He wears number 89. That was the number assigned to him with the Yankees. He pitched briefly with New York last year. He became the first major league player ever to wear 89. And in spring training, he was given number 50. He asked if he could have 89, and no one was wearing it.
I'm sure it was available.
Yeah. Sure. You can have it. Well, he has a tattoo with the number on it, so he's all in for 89 now. That at 91, striking him out. You can see it right there. And there.
Well, wherever he goes, he can always have the same number. Smart move.
I mean, he's committed to that number now. Two-out man aboard for Hayes. That is Park. Miller, Park. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Got away from Gregorius. And Park will streak to third. And the Bucks have men on the corners for Tsutsugo. Was hit at 108 plus.
And if you had your eyes closed just listening, you knew the game was in Philly because you could immediately hear the people booing because he missed a 108 mile an hour ground ball.
And it took a bad hop on him.
Yep.
They'll assess an error to Gregorius, his 18th. See if the Pirates can take advantage. Their first opportunity. High cutter. Tsutsugo, with men in scoring position since he's joined the Pirates, he has more hits than outs. 10 for 19.
Well, you know, we pointed out how great Harper has hit this year. That's kind of how Tsutsugo is hit as a Pirate.
Yeah.
Very similar numbers.
Oh, yeah. Now it's a much shorter time.
Yeah, as a Pirate, he is hit that way. He's hit like Harper has hit all year as a Pirate.
That is fair to say, yes.
That's pretty impressive.
OPS over 1,000. Harper calling. Pirates don't get a hit, but strand two. And Gregorius will lead it off.
All good things must come to an end as we look at Jacob Stallings and Michael Perez. That is the case with the consecutive games without a pass ball streak that came to a close last night as we get a look at our Barrel Ford League leaders. How about the longest streaks in the history of Major League Baseball in the modern era? The Buccos surpassed the Montreal Expos back in 78-79. The streak ended at 193 games. It started August 18, 2020 with a game at PNC Park against the Cleveland Indians. John Ryan Murphy, Michael Perez, Jacob Stallings, and also Andrew Susac for one game were all part of those 193 games. I did ask Jacob Stallings about it. The one thing he said, Joe and Bob, is that, hey, it's not like the home run record or anything like that, but it's pretty cool to be a small part of history. And how crazy is the game of baseball? The Pirates set a record, 193 games. You know exactly where I'm going with this. With none, 193 games, and they get 2 in 1 inning.
2 in 1 inning.
How do you explain the game of baseball? Can you please?
It never makes a lot of sense, does it? The funny thing is on Wednesday, the Pirates got rained out. Taylor Davis was in the starting lineup and ended up not playing. He could have contributed to that list. But,
you know, if you look at those teams, you could say, okay, you did name all the catchers going down that list because those were all name catchers playing for those teams.
Oh, that's good. A good point. Yeah. There is Mr. Davis, who is yet to get into any action, but will soon, I foresee. Out to gamble one out. Well, the 1931 Yankees are the only team that played any significant. I mean, last year doesn't count, or maybe 150 years ago doesn't count, but 31 Yankees, the only team that went a whole season without a pass ball, and that was Bill Dickey behind the plate, Hall of Fame catcher. So yeah, I think that's
all those teams had like that one that name. I mean, Pudge, wasn't he the Ranger catcher?
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Gary Carter, sure he was catching for the Expos in those years. I think. Pretty sure.
I have to look at the list again, but I've got it. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, 78, 79. Right. Carter, Bill Dickey, right. Texas.
Pudge. And
yeah.
what was the other team?
Hall of Fame.
Would that be Bill Freehand? Tigers?
Was it Tigers? 54?
Maybe before Freehand.
That was before Freehand. Right? There's the mainstay right there.
I mean, how many years has he been doing that? Think about it. Going back to before 1980, into the 70s. I don't know exactly when, but wow. That's an icon. Remember when he used to ride that three-wheeler out there all the time? I mean, at about 40 miles an hour on the AstroTurf.
Do you think that they were a little less reserved back then?
Yeah, I can remember players getting on it, driving it around
Really?
and hiding it from. It was. Well, you'd never see that today.
Galvis right to park. Through the years, there have been so many cool exchanges and just a lot of great history between the two franchises in Pennsylvania. There's the Cobra going deep. How about the 79 grand slam by Milner? You remember this?
Yeah, my first major league game.
How long did that brawl go for? A while, wasn't it?
Talking 40 years ago. Yeah. Well, all brawls went on because they were like they were almost all the time. There were some people that were mad. Punches would always get at least thrown. Very seldom it was just like a yelling match.
Yeah.
Hold me back, hold me back. Wasn't kind of like that. So they had a tendency to go a little bit longer.
It was heated. I mean, a lot of times, right? Because the two, especially when you first started. I mean, both teams were winning. And then later on.
But I mean, any kind of brawls. I mean, not just between the Pirates and the Phillies. I mean, they were all kind of like that. They were definitely different than what you would see nowadays.
Look at our Point Park tweets. Is that Schmidt? That's Hall of Famer Mike Schmidt.
That Keeson also, isn't it?
Wow, the late great, Bruce Keeson, number 25. Yeah, you're right. Look at that. Boy, he was tough, wasn't he, Bruce Keeson?
Oh yeah, I mean, he's a little outweighed right there, but he's going right at him. But that's what I mean. I mean, that's what it used to be like. And I mean, like it or not, I mean,
much more civil.
That's gone now.
Yeah. Fanatic not going for that. Still, there's a rivalry going. Kyle Gibson, the Phillies pitcher, has just hit his first major league home run. And that's how the scoring starts tonight.
Came over from the American League. Shows everybody that he can hit too. And this could very well be the last of it you'll ever see. We talked about that a little bit last night. I mean, there's a big, strong rumor that they're going to go to a DH next year, and this could be the end of it. We were talking about that last night when Overton got up and got his first hit of his career, and it was a 2 RBI double.
Well, he gets to wear the home run hat. And for pitchers everywhere.
Well, saluting the bullpen. Oh yeah. You know, I've always found from the days of being in dugouts myself that the regular players, hitters, get as pumped up, or actually more pumped up, when a pitcher hits a home run, then one of theirs hit a home run. They just love that stuff. Unless there's one guy that's 0 for 4. He's sitting over in the corner. And he's saying, well, yeah, the pitcher can hit him, but I'm the only one that can't. Uh-oh.
Line drive and off the wall. Played beautifully by Reynolds, and that holds Herrera to a single.
That's embarrassing. That is got to be pretty embarrassing right there.
He had to have been watching it.
Well, it was definitely hit well.
I thought there'd be a play at second.
That's why I said, uh-oh. Yeah, he's actually running decent there. Why did he stop? He's not running decent. He had a fairly fast jog going.
Yeah, he was not just sitting there and admiring it by any means. But that, I think you just have to tip your cap to Reynolds there. I mean, he could not have played that ball off the wall better. And that's a weird angle out there.
If I'm a major league center fielder, I'm not tipping the cap to anybody. If I hit a ball off the top of the wall out there in deep right center field, I messed up. I don't care how well he played that ball. That's a double.
I thought it'd be contested at second, but I thought there'd be a play there.
They're going to have to throw me out if I'm a big league center fielder.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm a major league catcher, maybe not. But if I'm a center fielder and I can run, lead off hitter, steal bases, that type of guy, I better be at second base on that.
Yeah, I was surprised to not see a play there for sure. Well, let's see if they can get around Segura with Harper on deck now. 2-0 on him. Surely would prefer Harper to lead off the next inning.
How high did that? Oh yeah, it's about a foot and a half from being a home run. Yeah, it looks to me like the throw coming in was offline also. So I mean, you're going to have to. You got to get thrown out on that, don't you?
Yeah, I agree. No, I totally agree.
It's going to have to be a perfect throw right on the bag.
Well, now 3-0, and Harper lurking on deck. You got 2 outs and the pitcher up, and he hits a home run, and now this inning has prolonged nearly a second home run. A test for a 23-year-old pitcher making his first big league start in 4 months.
Relief appearance.
Forgot. Thank you. Back into it. 3-2.
Got a chance now.
Kyle Gibson gets to wear that for the against the remainder of the inning.
I don't know what the rules are.
Until the next guy hits it, or until you go back out to pitch, I guess.
Guess he's getting stiff over there.
(3-2). Lost him on a high curveball. 3 straight Phillies have reached here in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Last night in the bottom of the 3rd inning, it was a walk to the pitcher that opened the door for the Phillies to score 5.
That's a confident young pitcher to throw the curveball with 3 balls there with this situation here looking at you.
And the last time that we saw him, as Oscar Marin comes out, the report is that he has an excellent changeup. Not that you necessarily throw a right-on-right changeup, but if you're going to go to something other than the fastball, that was the pitch that we knew of, at least at that time. Now maybe he's changed his repertoire a little bit, but. Howard started this game and struck out the side. He struck out Harper looking. This will be the first time Yajure faces him. And look at some of the really the candidates for most valuable player in the National League. Some of it has to do with your team's success. It's voted on right after the regular season ends.
You know, when people ask me my opinion all the time, I say, well, do you want me to tell you who the most valuable player is or who the player of the year is? Because I think those are two different things.
I agree. And some years it seems to be voted as
if it's going to be
player of the year,
most valuable player, well, then he's got to be valuable for a reason. Like the Padres, for instance. A lot of people, maybe even the majority of people, picked them to go to the World Series for the National League this year. And they got a really good chance to finish below 500. So how valuable is their guy?
Yeah, right. No, I think that's very fair.
But now, is he player of the year? Perhaps.
Yeah. You could make an argument he's the best player in baseball.
Yeah.
And you can make a very good argument that he's nowhere near the most valuable player this year. Yeah, I like what you're saying. That's what I said about the, how a team finishes. If the Phillies come back and Harper has this great, he gets to 40 home runs and has this great stretch.
Like what they used to tell Kiner every year. He wanted more money for hitting, all those home runs all the time. They would tell him, we finished last with you, we can finish last without you. So how valuable was he?
Votto almost won the MVP for a last place team a couple of years ago. That knuckled on Reynolds, able to stay with it. Phillies get a run on the home run by Kyle Gibson. 1-0 Philadelphia.
Sportsnet is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. With new Monday draw days and more chances to win with double play, Powerball just got better. New from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Let's go Bucks!
Miguel Yajure, pitching coach, giving him some counsel.
I think when you're looking at a young pitcher, somebody you wonder, like, is he going to be part of the solution in years coming? You want to see him get in these kind of scenarios. Not often, but you do want it occasionally. Gave up the solo home run, then got himself in a big problem. Have one of the league's best hitters at the plate, and he got out of it with no more damage. And that shows you a little something about him. That's good to see.
And hit through, and Reynolds with a base hit. Yeah, how many times do we, attempt to excuse a 23-year-old pitcher? Well, this is part of the growth process. Well, yes, it is, but maybe he's already grown past that for the most part. Who knows? But if you're going to be an effective major league pitcher, you can't succumb to that all the time. Once in a while, yeah, sure, but most of the time you got to get out of it.
You want to see, like, how does he pitch when things don't go right? Does he collapse, or does he, bow his neck and keep going?
Yeah, you give up a home run to the pitcher, then with 2 outs and nobody on, then put the next 2 men on for
front of Harper, yeah,
potential MVP, and he got him out. So yeah, so that's a good sign.
I mean, it was bad that he did that, but it created kind of like a little gut check moment for him.
Yeah, and 1 run. What is the old adage? You avoid the crooked number.
Yep. Solo home runs don't beat you, which I was proven wrong a few years ago.
Well,
if you give up enough solo home runs, yeah, you're going to lose.
Yeah, in this day and age, there are so many home runs that it may not be the same. Moran hit one last night, a solo home run. And in this game, as we saw recently, there are leadoff 2-run home runs. Potentially in extra innings.
And that probably won't be around next year either.
That happened in Miami. Yeah.
Well, I think been rumored that they'll go back to regular extra innings.
Yeah, the collective bargaining agreement expires in the winter, so the Players Association and Major League Baseball will negotiate a new one.
All those rules will be on the table.
and maybe even whether they get hot dogs and chicken soup. That was negotiated in the last one. Big shift on for Moran. Second walk issued by Gibson. 2 on, nobody out.
Oh, no, we've got a little situation here.
The Pirates want to thank you for your support this season during Fan Appreciation Weekend presented by PNC. That's next weekend. The Bucs are going to host the Reds for the final 3 games of the season. Free Shirt Friday, Stadium Blanket giveaway, Zambelli Fireworks Night, all coming up on Fan Appreciation Weekend. Tickets are $10 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Giveaways at the ballpark all weekend long as well. Come on out one more time this year, or maybe 3 times. Go to pirates.com/fan appreciation to find out about it.
Well, we get an opportunity now. Opposite field ground ball that was well placed, and now a base on balls. Gamble, not really a ground ball candidate. He likes to hit the ball in the air. So you're not too worried about a double play with him up there.
Will occasionally try to bunt his way on. Here, this is not the expected situation for such. But I guess if you do make out, that you move up runners.
Yeah, it's a productive out if you
Yeah.
if you do come up short on your bunt base hit attempt.
Now Gibson's one of the better guys at getting a ground ball, so you know what gives here.
Oh,
Well,
they got him.
That's what James Hoy said.
Nice.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Joe Girardi is the manager of the Phillies. And they may have seen some contact in the video room. Did that skim his left forearm?
It didn't hit his right one. It had to be the left one.
That could be the lightest of grazes. The red yarn of the ball could tickle your elbow. That's all that's needed. And Newman comes through with the bases full. That'll get 2 in, as it took a little time to get the ball in, and Newman drives in the pair. The Pirates have the lead.
Yeah, nice that Newman able to get into second base with a double on that. Looked like it was going to be cut off. That's a very big hit. There's still nobody out, and now you still have, or now you have second and third. Great opportunity to score more runs.
And Moran able to score on that as well. Gamble into third. RBIs 35 and 36 for Newman. Now Perez with runners in scoring position.
He can just pull a ball on the ground, and he's got to run home, and he moves Newman to third base with only 1 out. Just pull the ball, whether it's on the ground, in the air, or anything. Just get out there and pull it, and maybe it'll be a base hit and you score 2.
And so Gibson trying to pitch him accordingly. Make it very difficult to do that. That first pitch changeup.
The infield on that right side, playing deep. Just pull it to somebody over there.
Single, a walk, a hit batter, and then Newman came through with a 2-run double. Pirates have the lead. Still nobody out. And a base hit. Gamble is in. Newman will score. 2-run single. Michael Perez. The Pirates have scored 4 in the 4th.
And he did come up with the base hit. Nice job. Well, that's better than scoring 1 and moving the runner over. Get them all both up and home with that hit. They're trying to keep working him down with slow stuff away. So it's difficult to get out and hook it. They know what he's trying to do because of the defense they're playing. But he was able to get it in the air.
4 runs in, still nobody out. Hoy Park. He walked his last time around, his first time. Coming into tonight, Gibson, who had been enjoying a good season, an all-star season. September, an ERA of 7.5, not including this inning. Winless in the month. And as we've detailed, this game is extremely meaningful for the Phillies, who are trying to catch Atlanta in the National League East.
Yeah, we mentioned many a time last night, especially when the Pirates got out to that 6-0 lead, about how they got their backs up against a wall when there's few amount of games left and they're trying to catch somebody. They got to win every night. It's the playoffs every time they take the field from here on out.
They'll get the lead runner and back to get Park. 3-6-3. 2 outs with the pitcher coming up. That's what a ground ball pitcher loves to be able to do. Let's take a look at tonight's Levin Furniture and Mattress double play.
Look at the big part there is, Miller has to give the shortstop a good throw, something he can deal with to get that ball back to him. It was just perfect, chest high, right on the bag. And then that just made it an easy double play. One that you see messed up. Probably second most. The most messed up one is that ground ball back to the pitcher. That double play.
Yajure has batted twice in the major leagues and has struck out both times, including earlier tonight. 0 for 6 in the minors lifetime. Well, Gibson cleans up the inning, but the Pirates cleaned up with 4. And they lead 4-1 in Philly.
TNT Sportsnet is brought to you by Get Go Cafe and Market. Better, believe it. And by Sheely's. Furniture, appliances, mattresses. The best things in life happen at home. Let's go Bucks!
Kevin Newman getting the scoring started with his 2-run double. That put the Pirates in the lead. Michael Perez followed with a 2-run single. Pirates on top. Good to see Perez get that hit and starting get some regular playing time with Stallings on the concussion list. Good news is Stallings' symptoms have gone away now, so when his 7 days are up, he could return.
How about that?
That's a cool hat.
Says.
Or she just
talent to do that. Yeah.
Wow.
What if somebody buys some of that popcorn? I mean, isn't that unbalanced, the load? You got to change.
There are some people that have talents that they didn't even know they had until they you enter the workplace. And
going right up the stairs with it.
Hayes.
He's got a talent.
Oh, yeah. Defensive run saved leader amongst third basemen. Play area inside Citizens Bank Park. They call that the yard. Having some fun at the yard and being shown on television. Popcorn. I'd like to see you do that with the.
You know what? I want the umpires to check, see if there's any spider tack on the top of that hat.
Oh, they will between innings. Brad Miller, no batting gloves. Doesn't need any tackiness.
The hitters, they can have whatever they want in there.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Check that bat. Brad Miller.
Oh, he hit it. See where he hit it to? A guy with a straw hat. Guy up there in the stands with a home run hat. He hit it to him.
Yank and a straw hat. 20th home run for Brad Miller. 2 solo homers have gotten the Phillies to within 2.
They're not going to lay down. We know that.
Acutely.
Yeah, he threw it where the glove was. It's supposed to be a high fastball, and that's what he threw him, and he hit it out. There you can hear the booing of the Philly fans. They didn't like that.
McCutcheon fouled out his only time. A daring high curveball.
Yeah, that was a bad pitch to throw in that scenario there. After you've thrown up and in, you do not want to hang a curveball. Kutch not happy with himself, I'm sure. There you go.
Yeah, that curveball turns around for
like
home run.
You can't do that.
Oh, he caught it.
Still, you can't do that.
I thought he hit it out.
If you're gonna go up and in, you can't hang a curveball, especially 2 in a row.
Oh my!
Because now the hitter is just sitting on that pitch.
And he hunts those too. I mean, he has in his Pirates days too.
You go up and in, and now that that hitter is like, okay, he went up and in. Now he's going to try and throw the curveball to, make me think it's coming at me. And they just sit on that pitch. If I'm not saying you can't throw a curveball, but you got to get it. You got to locate it. And that might be why Perez called it 2 times in a row, because he threw a horrible one. And then you're like, okay, he won't throw 2 bad ones in a row. He'll give me the good one now. But he threw 2 really bad ones in a row and just about paid the price for it.
And I don't know if that shows up in the scouting report, but I just remember Kutch in his Pirates days. He'd hunt. Anytime that it was plausible that you're getting that curveball, he'd hunt it. First pitch usually.
Well, that to me, that's baseball 101. That's not Kutch. That's every hitter I've ever faced.
Oh, sure, no doubt.
You throw up and in on him.
I'm just saying doubly so.
You don't hang him a curveball in the next pitch. They're not going to miss that. And I'm sure your hurry was well aware of that. I mean, he's already shown me he's too smart for that. He just physically made 2 mistakes in a row by throwing that pitch.
Changeup misses there. That's a hard changeup that he throws. Second walk. Now Yajure came on in the second inning. Howard started this game and struck out the side of the first. He opened. Two-out base runner for the number 8 hitting Galvis. 4-run top half of this inning has put the Pirates in the lead. Originally a Philly, 6 years with Philadelphia. In the 3 years between it, San Diego, Toronto, Cincinnati, and Baltimore. 3+, I guess. He was with the Orioles earlier this year. The Phillies don't run a lot. When they do, they're very successful. Gregorius with 3 steals, not going. I guess if you had a pitcher that homered his last time up, maybe he wouldn't be as aggressive.
Yeah, I think the reason they don't run a lot, part of the reason is they have a lot of guys throughout the lineup that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, and they play in a very home run friendly ballpark. So you don't want to ever make outs on the bases. You're always trying to put up the crooked number you were talking about. Get the 3-run homer.
There's a sharper curveball.
You got a team that maybe doesn't hit a ton of home runs, and you got a big ballpark that not conducive to that sort of thing anyway. Then you might want to try to pick up 90 feet every now and then. Steal a run.
Making sure that Gregorius knows that he's paying attention. Or buying time to decide on a pitch. He struck him out. Yajure. Brad Miller puts one up. The Pirates still in the lead.
Level hits not 1 but 2 home runs against the Omaha Storm Chasers. That was last night. What did he do tonight? Yup. He did it again to straightaway center field just north of 402 feet. And how about this? 3 of the recent call-ups from AA Altoona to AAA Indianapolis hit home runs. O'Neill Cruz hit a home run tonight. Mason Martin hit not 1 but 2 home runs tonight. And how about that, Joe and Bob? When you talk about these guys that were called up, none of them have ever played a game in AAA in their entire pro careers to this point in time. Rodolfo Castro with 3, Cruz has 2, Mason Martin has 2. Of the 5 position player call-ups that they had, these guys are hitting a lot of home runs very quickly.
Now there's Matt Vierling in center field. Thank you very much, Robbie, for that. Yeah, of course, Castro some time with the Pirates, but had never played at Indianapolis, and the other guys had never been as high as AAA before, and getting off to hot starts, getting to play in the final stretch last couple of weeks of the AAA year. Now the other 2 Pirates affiliates still playing are engaged in the playoffs. O'Neill Cruz 6'7" shortstop. Martin, one of the perennial home run and RBI leaders in the minors.
I think he was trying to pull that one.
Greensboro won earlier today to tie the series against the Rays affiliate Bowling Green. Quinn Priester, 5 innings, getting the win. And Bradenton has a chance. If they win it tonight, they are the champions of the Low A Southeast League. And Abraham Gutierrez with a solo home run tonight as they're up 5-3 in that game. You can vote for Jacob Stallings for the 21 Roberto Clemente Award, which recognizes players who best represent the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today, MLB.com/Clemente21. Hopefully we'll get to see Jacob finish his season. A few more days on the concussion list, but symptoms have subsided. Tsutsugo has flat out twice.
He does try and keep that ball inside on his lefties with that cutter. Keep him tied up.
And Stallings eligible to return Monday. That was originally an off day. Now that'll be the game against Cincinnati. And he was already swinging the bat today. Try to stay sharp. You have to go down for 7 days if they put you on there. Who knows? Sometimes those concussion symptoms can linger for months, really, but sometimes they subside rather quickly. And good news for Stallings, it was the latter. On the ground of Freddie Galvis. First 2 men retired in the Pirates' 5th.
Well, here's the guy that got everything going. Opposite field ground ball base hit. Did that big hole at shortstop. Didn't look much when he hit it, but there's nobody out. And you love those leadoff hitters getting on base. Best chance to really get something started, and they followed up. Big hit by Perez in that inning. Not this time.
Gregorius handles it. Pirates go down on 9 pitches in the 5th, but they lead by 2. 4-2. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Let's look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. Kyle Gibson with his first major league home run for Philadelphia. In this his 9th major league season. When you faced a pitcher and you had an inkling that he was a little bit better than your average pitcher hitting, did you pitch him any differently?
Yes. Certainly did. Good hitting pitchers throw fastballs and changeups too, mainly fastballs. They're good hitting pitchers because they can hit the breaking ball. And they hunt it. As you were saying with Kutch, they would hunt the breaking ball. They know they're going to get it. They're going to most pitchers are going to look up and think, oh, wow, this guy's a good hitting pitcher. I can't throw him a fastball. Throw a fastball on his hands all day long because he's looking for that breaking ball.
That's interesting. I would have thought.
Well, it took me a while to figure that out.
I see. Yeah.
And also, especially if they're left-hand hitting pitchers, even my less than mediocre changeup would be effective to them. So that's
just to add and subtract a little bit.
Yeah. Now there are some pitchers that you think, oh, this is a good hitting pitcher. Well, no, the old what is it? Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then type guys that get ahead, keep throwing them breaking balls, and you'll do away with them. So, but you gotta know. After you're around for a couple years, you know who the good hitting pitchers are and who's not. But that pitch right there, that's very effective on a good hitting pitcher. You'll get a lot of that because they're setting breaking balls, thinking that they can hit.
They're getting Veerling to offer. He's in the game for Herrera, who left with left ankle soreness. I like Yahore's pace. It doesn't look like he's tentative out there.
I learned a lot about watching Don Robinson and Rick Rhoden hit.
Very good hitting pitchers.
Yeah, they hit breaking balls.
Toward the corner.
Foul ball.
Not by much, but foul. Ooh. That's why in the postseason you have 6 umpires. You have umpires stationed down the lines. Be extra sure on those. But they got it right first time.
Is there still 6 umpires?
I mean, I know now that they have replay, you could always kind of make up for it, but prior to that, it was critical. Boundary calls. Curveball out over the plate, and Veerling hanging in there has a double. Fouled off a couple and then got a good one.
Hung it. Herrera is hanging a lot of breaking balls today. Not quite as sharp with the control of that as he was as prior to outings with the Pirates. Curveball. Been upstairs, belled high quite a few times.
That one down and away for ball 1 to Segura.
Yeah, up and down, that's a good spot, but you don't want to throw first pitch curveball a foot outside. Well, the command of the curveball is lacking a little.
Strikeout and a walk tonight for the Phillies' number 2 hitter. Harper on deck. Always got to be aware of where he's at. Two real easy takes there. So far hitless in the series, but Harper's been on base 3 times on the walk. Does a young pitcher paying a lot of attention to a man at second sound any alarms to you?
Well, normally that is a called from the bench, a spin move. But is he doing that on his own? I kind of thought maybe the first one he was doing it on his own. I didn't see where Newman was on the second one. But on the first one, we were looking out toward the infield from behind home plate, and I could see where Newman was. When they come from the bench, at least they used to, they wanted the middle infielders to get away from the guy, make him feel very comfortable, because you're trying to get him to break the third. That's why you do the spin move. The spin move doesn't work if you got the infielder right there dogging him, going in. You want him to take off for third base when you do this spin move. That's the purpose of it. So you want to get the infielders away from him. You want him to feel comfortable and let him break the third if that's what he's going to do.
Kind of lull him into thinking that
if the pitcher's doing that on his own, well, the middle infielder has no idea that that's what's going on. So that's kind of what I look at to decide whether it came from the bench or not. If it comes from the bench, well, then the middle infielder, usually he's going to back off and say, yeah, go ahead, take off if you want. We've got a spin move on. But let's see where Newman's at. Well, now he's backing off. Now you might put a spin move on. See what I mean?
I see now. Out to Reynolds. That is out number 2.
But that's kind of that was a great shot right there. You can see him back off. If you have a spin move on, that's what you want the second baseman or the shortstop, whoever's doing the holding on. Get away from the bag. Back off. Let that guy, if he's thinking about stealing third and he sees that everybody is kind of backed off, now he might take another couple of steps. And as soon as you lift your leg, he might take off. And now you got him hung out to dry.
Interesting to find all that out. That's behind the scenes. Harper lined out his last time. 3 on the right side. Appeared to be the cutter from Yahure. Grew up in Cabimas, Venezuela. Very hot city. Same birthplace as Vic Davalillo from the 71 team. Now, even though he's pitched in relief tonight, he still could be in line for his first major league win.
Yeah, you don't have to go 5. If you start the game, you got to go 5 innings. If you come in relief like he did, you can pitch 2 and get the win.
Shelby Miller is next. It's a matter of when that would be. Pitcher spots due up 6th next inning. Yahure pitched 6 innings in his last outing a week ago. 3 2/3 tonight. And out to Tsutsugo, who was indecisive of what he wanted to do. And Harper ends up at second. Vierling scores. It's 4-3.
I was able to block the ball to keep it from going to the fence, but then he couldn't find it. He knew he knocked it down. He knew he got a good chunk of it, but it went straight up in the air. If you're a catcher, you got the pitcher helping you out, yelling where the ball is, but out there in right field all by himself, he had no idea where this ball was after he blocked it.
That was hit at 111.8 miles an hour. Ruled a double. And an RBI for Harper. Well, Yoshi, not an easy play, but one that often is made. It's hit hard, shoestring grab if you keep on coming. but not a lot of experience, especially in right field for Tsutsugo until he joined the Pirates. Real Muto gets his elbow guard hit. And Miller homer last inning is coming up. Does he want Miller for Miller? Miller. Just a message. Receives the message. Miller for Miller, or yes, they want Miller for Miller.
You got to bring in a Miller for Miller.
Yeah. So Yahure gave up that hard hit ball to right. Had ended up finding grass and then hitting Real Muto, and that's going to be it for him tonight. Shelby Miller coming on to work for the Pirates.
The authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Great to see the Pirates radio team represented in Philadelphia. We're very envious of them being able to.
Yeah, I can't wait to. We had fun in Cincinnati doing the game on TV, the only one we've done all season on the road, and really enjoyed that. And as great as the hospitality is here, I hope this is the end of it.
I could not agree more.
Shelby Miller's numbers brought to you by Sheely's.
Well, we're grateful for all the engineers and technicians, producers, directors, everybody that has done their best to help approximate being at the baseball game in this time. Try to bring it as best we can to you.
It's kind of like your own private sports bar. You know, we got all these.
There's one key thing missing.
Well, we got Zach bringing us whatever kind of stuff we want to drink, as long as it's water and coffee.
Yeah, right. Those are the only two options. Yeah. As Miller faces Miller.
We had pizza, good food.
1-1.
By the way, Joe, thank you very much for bringing in pizza for everybody today. That was very nice of you.
Had a free coupon.
You call that Detroit style, that pizza?
That's what they call it.
It was good.
That's not what I grew up eating. It's way better. Well, Miller in a tough spot. Brad Miller homered last inning. 1-run game. 2 on with 2 out. It's a strike call. Saw that a lot early.
You know, I think it's been more of a big strike zone than a. I think he's called more strikes that have been out of the strike zone than the other way.
Totally agree.
It's kind of a big zone tonight, pitcher zone.
Yeah, wide. Yeah, I would say wide most.
Yeah, but bit of a throwback pitching. Or strike zone.
For sure. Uncle Larry on deck. And Shelby Miller strikes out Brad Miller. Wow. Keeping the Pirates in the lead.
On AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Guardian Protection. Protect your home or business against burglary, fire, and more. Visit GuardianProtection.com. And by your Western PA Chevy dealers. Let's go Bucks!
Bucco fans enjoying a 4-3 lead. I wonder where the dividing line is in Pennsylvania between Philly fans and Pirates fans.
Mechanicsburg.
You think that's pretty much the battleground?
Mm-hmm. That's what Brownie told me.
Then it is so. A state divided. Well, they only play each other usually 6 and this year 7 times. Last year not at all, but I think it's a lot of fun. You go back and forth, especially if you live central PA. You might have relatives that grew up fans of one team and you're fans of another team. It makes for a fun outing. Veerling with the first out. Checking out some of your tweets, our Point Park tweets. Remembering finally the rivalry. You were pointing that out yesterday. I didn't quite realize that because I always think of the Reds and the Pirates are the two big teams from the 70s, but I didn't realize the Phillies had won so many divisions too, because they were in.
Yeah,
the Reds were in the West.
Yeah, the Phillies, they won 3 straight and kept getting knocked out.
Trying to knock that out of the park towards center. Veerling running out of room. Just enough.
Long way, 409 out there. They needed every foot.
Gamble gave it a ride, but 2 outs. Gibson does not give up a lot of home runs, even pitching in that ballpark. Kevin Newman got the scoring started with his 2-run double. Yeah, the Pirates 4-run 4th. Back to Gibson. And he's on a roll now. 4-pitch inning lead as the Phillies come to bat. Yeah, the home half of the 6th inning. Don't miss this week's Inside Pirates Baseball. A hotshot prospect shows off the goods in Greensboro. Leo Verpagero posts a strong season. Plus, the guys ponder who might be the fastest Pirate. All that plus Pirates tales and top plays on this week's Inside Pirates Baseball, debuting tomorrow night, right after Pirates postgame. Snoopy. That's a cool shirt. And she's got the bow.
You know what? I think she needs some cotton candy.
There you go.
Needs a little pick-me-up.
Get a little energy. Oh, no.
Oh, she's already got something there. I didn't see that. Oh,
she's got the
ice cream.
The Fanatic helmet.
Mm-hmm.
She did not choose the Phillies helmet. She chose the Fanatic helmet. Oh, that's fun.
Uh-oh. She's intent on this at bat right here. Well, she's a McCutcheon fan or something.
That was
she just like stopped everything to see that pitch.
Let's go, Koch. More sugar. Yeah, you can tell who's the grandparent and who's the parent. I'm thinking, well, it's kind of getting late. We should probably start to wrap it up. You're like, more, yeah. Yeah. Well, 3-0 on McCutcheon. Shelby Miller came in and struck out Brad Miller. Yeah, Pap bought her the ice cream. Dad's explaining, okay, so, you know, we live in Delaware, and that's an hour from here.
4 pitches. Kutch is on.
The ominous music at the ballpark is Too perfect for her look. She's nearing the bottom.
Okay, she's really intent on that, something in that.
Now, if she's like one of my kids, one likes the soup and one doesn't. The ice cream soup. It's like taking to 2 strikes. One just lets it melt.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
I think it's dripping. They're trying to.
Intervention. Shelby Miller to face Gregorius. Seasoned veteran Miller, 30 years old. Getting cold because of
that
the
ice cream.
Yeah. We'll keep you posted. That one is fouled away. Ooh. And speaking of stadium blankets, oh yeah, you're going to want to stay warm on Saturday, October 2nd, a week from tomorrow. First 20,000 take home a stadium blanket with the Pirates logo on it. It's thanks to Mrs. T's Pierogies and pregame Oktoberfest themed Jim Beam block party out on Federal Street. Pirates.com/fan appreciation. $10 tickets Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next weekend, final 3 games of 2021. Pirates return home Tuesday for the final homestand. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday against the Cubs, and then fan appreciation weekend against Cincinnati. Will the Reds still be in it by then? Will the Phillies stay in it long enough?
Phillies need to catch the Braves. It's just, I think they've run out of time now for the wild card.
Especially considering the Cardinals do not lose.
Yeah. Mathematically, yeah, they're still in it, but.
A Baltimore chop benefits Philadelphia, and they've got runners at the corners with nobody out.
Well, Kutch was going to be at third no matter what on this one, I think. And if it's caught, do they have a play at first? I don't know. And I think on replay we'll see that there was nobody going to the second base bag. Both guys go to the ball, so there's nobody at second base to throw it to. And what was going to stop Kutch from going to third anyway? Even if they catch this, Kutch is going to turn and burn.
Yeah, because Hayes is the third baseman.
Yeah, there's nobody playing third. So I'm sure as Kutch is running towards second, he sees that both guys have gone for the ball. Nobody's at second base, and he knows nobody's at third base. So he's just going to make a turn and keep going. Even if that ball's caught, their only play is at first, and that wasn't going to be a very good play. I'm sorry, I was just going to say that's just a bad luck chopped ground ball in a tough spot.
See if Perez is okay trying to block that ball. Nothing awry there. Now 1-1 on Galvis, batting in front of the pitcher. Not sure who is out on deck. We're not at the game. Cam Bedrosian is getting up in the pen. But Gibson is the starting pitcher is due up next. I think that's him down there underneath the graphic. 44. So could be a decoy. I would think that they would bat for him if there's the opportunity. Mears up in the Pirates pen now.
Oh, that's it. No more.
Now to Gamble, and make sure you get it in. No further advance. One out.
Yeah, definitely not deep enough. And Gamble's got a good arm. Having some fun with the fans out there.
Well, with 2 on and 1 out, the Phillies will pinch hit for a guy that is homered tonight. Well, it's the pitcher. It's Kyle Gibson. Is going to be lifted here. That's the sensible choice. And Ronald Torreyes in the 6th inning last night hit a pinch hit 3-run home run. He bats with 2 aboard here. And he's hit well all year long with runners in scoring position. 312. There was that moment. We're hoping that history repeats itself.
And the Pirates are hoping it's a ground ball that they can turn 2 on.
Well, they've used Mears in a kind of a earlier inning fireman role, and they'll try to do that here in the 6th. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia from our T-Mobile coverage cam.
Maybe first game ever. I don't know.
I would think so. That's probably a good assertion. All right, she's got her.
I think she looks like she's been to quite a few games.
Yeah.
She's got this stuff covered. Take a look at Sheely's numbers for Nick Mears. 21 innings this season. Nice. Got an important job right now. 1-run lead. Runners at the corners and 1 out.
Well, the lead runner is McCutchen at 3rd. Gregorius singled and moved him over. 1 out. High curveball. Torreyes 244 overall. Last night he hit the home run off Banda, a left-hander.
Strike 2. Remember the jam he got out of Cincinnati?
Mm-hmm. Got himself into one in that 7th inning back on Tuesday, and then faced Castellanos, got him to foul out, Votto to fly out, and they struck out Farmer on 2 fastballs and a curve.
Well, he didn't create this one, but he needs to pitch out of it.
Came on last night with a man aboard and 2 outs and stranded Herrera after striking out Segura.
Put a little extra on that one. 97.
Well, so far he has been asked to come in a lot of these situations with men on, and he has stranded half of his 16 runners. Maybe trending up though after that last couple of outings. It gets away from Perez, and the Phillies tie it. Gregorius moves up to second.
Well, with the curveball, and you know, you're going for a strikeout pitch, you got to bounce it. And as a catcher, you know it's going to be bounced. It just went right down through the leg. Didn't really bounce. It kind of stayed low. And Perez didn't have the glove all the way in the dirt. Left a little gap there, and that's where the ball went.
Four game. No chance now for Yajure anyway. I'll get that first win. Right back to even here in the 6th. That home run was last night. Torres, a Dodger, a Yankee, and Twin briefly with Derek Shelton there in Minnesota when he was the bench coach. That is on their minds when they pick up that game. That's the resumption of a suspended game. Torres for the 2nd straight night has a clutch pinch hit. There's a single to drive in the go-ahead run.
Yeah, he is definitely a man to reckon with when there's runners in scoring position. I believe that was a curveball.
And both the inherited runners have come around to score. That'll be charged to Miller.
Yeah, that was another one of those belt high curveballs that have given up quite a few hits on that tonight.
Hard to know the effect that that hit and wild pitch has on her right now.
Yeah, it looks like she's about to fall asleep. Looks like. I think the ice cream is
could be the
got her pretty fired up.
Yeah. Well, the Phillies have taken the lead. They lifted Gibson and used Torres, and he drove in the go-ahead run. And strikeout. by Nick Mears.
It's overpowered him.
And now Segura, who he struck out looking last night, did Mears. Based on the tweet that we saw a moment ago, and just kind of paraphrasing it, that you look at 96, 97, you see a big breaking curveball. Well, that's good stuff. It has not yet translated into consistent results for the rookie Mears. This is part of the aim of, if you're going to have a team that isn't going to contend, you give these guys these situations and see if they can have growth or not. And for the second night, he gets Segura. But the Phillies get 2 to go ahead. Straight. Will become a 3-run deficit. Now the 7th inning upon us. Here's a familiar name coming on in relief for Philadelphia. Son of '87 Cy Young Award winner Steve Bedrosian.
Yeah, it must be kind of neat to go out there and pitch same city your dad won the Cy Young Award in.
You played with him in Atlanta, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We're real good friends with Bedrock.
To win the Cy Young as a relief pitcher,
you got to be pretty good.
Yeah, I would say.
And Bedrosian was very good. Hard thrower with excellent command.
Hector Neris got up late last night. They went with Falter instead. Once the lead stretched to 6. Here a 1-run affair. Michael Perez came through with a 2-run single his last time up, and that took a 2-1 Pirates lead, made it 4-1. That was in the 4th inning. 4 runs in 6 innings against Kyle Gibson. That's the fun part of the National League game, right? The moment that he is lifted for a pinch hitter, his team is losing. A wild pitch ties the game. Torres' pinch hit gives them the lead, but now he's in line for the win.
Yep. Until somebody else throws a pitch, he's the pitcher of record.
Good stop by Real Muto.
What a good changeup. I don't believe his dad had that pitch. Nice little run away on that ball.
Well, who's going to go home happy tonight? Tight ball game, 7th inning. Number 8 hitter Hoy Park. Right in there at 93. Cam Bedrosian, a longtime Angel. Reds, A's, and Phillies this year. Also pitched in Vegas. and in Allentown. Hopeful, might still turn it around tonight.
Man,
that's a good one.
Kind of a nice changeup, isn't it? Get that fade down and away.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be in a good part of the hitting zone. Kept going to it.
Yeah, his dad was a power guy, was always 95, 96. Nowadays, that'd be, 98, 99, maybe even hit 100.
Because they used to gauge the speed by the midpoint of the flight.
Yeah, it used to be a radar gun that would. Now it's all out of the hand stuff. So the ball loses about 8 to 9 miles an hour on its flight home.
93 out of the hand. 85, 84 by the time it's
By
caught.
the time it gets to the plate. That's why you can see guys barehand balls out in the stands that are hit at 105 miles an hour. Because by the time they get out there, they're doing about 70. And if you're good, you can barehand it. Maybe not even 70.
That close. Foul tip.
Yeah,
Caught by the catcher. You're out.
Yeah. Ball rattled around in the glove.
Nothing a catcher can do about that. It is a split second. Close your glove and hope it stays. Rolled to second. Safe. Park beats it out.
Great job by Park. That was a heck of a play on defense, too. Good hustle. And a nice play. That's why you like seeing the ball put in play. That's the kind of baseball you like to watch right there. That's good stuff.
Now Segura, a lot of range here. Longtime shortstop.
Phillies are going to challenge this.
When it contacts the interior of the glove.
I think they're going to lose this challenge.
I agree. So when that ball is in the back of the mitt, as soon as it's in that back of the mitt, in the webbing, that is the moment that they make the ruling. Now when it hovers in the space inside the glove, and that could be the difference. Here comes the call.
Safe.
Even the Philly fan knew it.
Yeah, they were showing it. I'm sure that same shot that we had. They probably showed it up on the big screen. This shot right here, you can see the foot hits the bag. Just I mean, in less than a blink of an eye.
Tie goes to the runner.
Yeah, that's just, here you go. There's the old tie goes to the runner right there.
Just about.
Now, here I'll tell you this too. If they would have called him out, they might not have overturned it.
Yeah, that's true.
That was that close.
Very close.
I just don't think they can overturn a ball that's like that. That's so close. And I'm very seldom ever wrong about that.
What does seldom mean?
I'm wrong probably half the time.
Well, I join you in that department then. Here is Defoe to pinch hit.
Him setting that, looks like a change-up grip. before he goes into his glove. If he throws something else, he'll change it. Did he?
Left one out over the
Did he?
plate. Wilmer Defoe with a pinch hit, 2-run home run to put the Pirates back on top.
He has been quite the pinch hitter this year.
He leads all of baseball in pinch hits, and there are a few bigger than something like that. Right after they give up the lead, Defoe helps the Pirates take it right back.
A hanging breaking ball. That's been kind of the bad pitch of the night, hasn't it? That one, the belt high curveball, gone.
That's the team's 9th pinch hit home run this year. That's among baseball's leaders. And now Key Brian Hayes with the Pirates back in the lead. Well, we were talking about Yahure with a chance to win his first in the major leagues. Right now that makes Nick Mears the pitcher of record. He does not have a major league win.
How about that foul tip that just barely rolled out of the glove? How that looms large now.
And then they have to challenge because he beats it out.
Yeah.
By the length of his cleats. That's baseball.
Yeah. It just can be the very tiniest little thing that you don't even notice at the moment. It looms large later on.
That is not an opinion issued by the Phillies. That is a relief pitcher. Hit the other way and through. 3 straight hits off Bedrosian. And number 13 not done yet. The Pirates trying to keep the inning going.
Might be a change now. Depends on what happens on the phone. Everybody's kind of wasting a little time right now.
Well, we showed you the left-hander Bailey Falter, who ended up closing the game last night. It was a 6-run difference at that time. But he's left-handed, and so is Tsutsugo. But Tsutsugo's hit everybody. Well, the Pirates hold this lead. Nick Mears gets his first major league win tonight.
Now, what will happen now? Will they make a move or not? Well, Falter's been, I guess, told to sit back down.
Well, since he's joined the Pirates, Tsutsugo hits .344 against lefties. Slugs over 600. No advantage in theory. Says whoever you think can get an out. And so.
Gonna bring, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bedrosian's given up 3 straight hits. I can buy that.
But who are you bringing in now?
Falter.
Are you?
I don't know. Maybe Neris. Neris is more proven. Yeah, they're going to go with Neris. I like it for the Phillies. Philadelphia, the Pirates spoiling the fun for the Phillies fans. They've knocked Cam Bedrosian out of the game. Just as the Phillies took the lead, the Pirates come right back. That 2-run pinch hit home run by Wilmer Defoe.
It's really tough in these pennant races when you go out there and don't come through. Really eat at you.
I'll go with Neris, who at times has been the closer for Philadelphia through the years.
Yeah, they are. Making every move possible to try and win this ball game. San Diego still up on Atlanta?
Yeah, well, that is the score that took place months ago, and trying to see if it's still raining. And
oh, okay. So they might not be playing then, huh? Might be in rain delay.
I think they've just resumed because last time I checked it was the 5th. Yeah, they are playing now, but they just resumed that suspended game.
San Diego still winning that one?
5-4. Yep, just it's in the top of the 6th inning in that game. Bryce Wilson got the start for Atlanta. Wait a minute. This was started months ago when he was with Atlanta.
So he could get a loss tonight.
He's currently the pitcher of record, yes. So even though he's on the injury list for the Pirates.
Or if he's watching the scoreboard now, see if he can get taken off the hook.
Either way, his ERA is going to go up after this one gets completed. Yeah, he's. Somehow his ERA is going to go up tonight.
Do you think he knows that game out there that's on the scoreboard is his?
Just a baseball oddity. They're going to play a regular game after that. And so Atlanta, there could be 2 games decided there. And whatever the Phillies do tonight, I mean, it could be a huge difference. Phillies could find themselves as little as a half game out of first, or 3.5 out. Again, an erratic strike zone tonight from Mr. Hoy. Mostly wide. Sometimes the low strike in the zone has not been called.
And not called there.
Real Muto had to kind of cross back over the plate some, but appeared to be high enough.
I don't think he called it inside. I bet you called it low.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so with the Braves in essence scheduled to play 2 games today, and Philadelphia engaged in this one. The Cardinals playing 2 as well, and they're leading 8-3 over the Cubs in the 5th inning of the 2nd game. They've already won today. Cardinals have won 13 in a row. It might be 14. So it's like you said, it's going to be the East. That's their one portal to the postseason. The Cardinals keeping winning is basically just telling the Reds, hey, you get lost. You're not going to be in the postseason.
Yeah, they're.
By the time the Pirates play them on Monday, they might be eliminated.
Sure.
From postseason contention.
Been a pretty good collapse for them. You look where they were a month ago.
Sure.
They have end of the season letdown for sure.
Hayes runs out to left and foul. Tailing away from him.
Boy, got good wood on it.
Hayes back to first. He was moving with 1 out. He'll take off. Got a good jump. The splitter and a stolen base. No further advance. A strikeout and a steal for Hayes, his 9th.
There, it's not real quick home.
Well, now what? This must be an injury. Well,
no, I think he's just going to take him out. Well, I can't take him out of the game.
Can't take him out of the game, so it's going to be mound chat instead of the pitching coach. Yeah.
Little strategy session here. Chalk talk.
Chalk talk.
What they want to do with Reynolds.
Joe Girardi.
They're going to walk him. I think that's what he just said.
Yeah, Hector, what do you want to do here with first base open? Would you rather Reynolds or Moran? Both will bat left-handed.
I bet you Girardi is making that decision.
Wait. All right. So there's the intentional walk. You don't have to throw the pitches, right? You just
point by.
There you go. So Moran, who hit a long home run last night, will be the choice here for the Phillies. Now, this is not setting up a double play. There are 2 outs, so that is just strictly who do you want to face? We're at the bottom of the 9th inning at Tampa. Bradenton leading 11-3, poised to sweep the Yankees affiliate and win the championship.
How's Gammel's splits on left right?
He's hit lefties well for average throughout his career. 274.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's something. Maybe they're part of that discussion. With, you know, don't give in to Moran. If you walk him, so be it. They have the lefty in the
because that counts as a better face, right?
You could bring in Falter to pitch to Gammel.
Out to right, and Harper. The Pirates take the lead on the 2-run pinch hit home run by Wilmer Defoe. Little stretch in Philadelphia, but Defoe's big blast with the Bucks in the lead.
Pinch hit bomb the right field, putting the Buccos ahead by a 6-5 score over the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm Robbie Mikowski again at our AT&T Sportsnet studios. A pretty cool story going back to the state of Nevada involving that man, Chasen Shreve, the Pirates left-hander, born and raised in Nevada. So was Bryce Harper, who was about to lead off the inning here for the Philadelphia Phillies. And in fact, they both went to the same college, a College of Southern Nevada. And Chasen Shreve's catcher was Bryce Harper. That's right. Both were pretty highly recruited. As a matter of fact, Chasen Shreve tells a story that he actually had a chance to get more scouts, get eyes on him, because obviously Bryce Harper was drafted first overall in the 2010 draft. Chasen Shreve was drafted in the 11th round by the Atlanta Braves. But he said, hey, I'll take the extra eyeballs. If any scouts want to get a look at me while you're here to see Bryce Harper, why not? Go ahead and do it. So how about that? Bryce Harper facing his former catcher. By the way, this is the 6th time that Shreve will face Harper. 1 for 5 with 2 strikeouts is the ledger so far for Bryce against Shreve. Joe?
That's pretty neat. Thanks for cluing us in on that. Not just some ordinary matchup. Alford has taken over in left field as the Pirates making some changes. Gamble has moved out to right field now as Tsutsugo was playing over there. And he's over at first base, so Moran is out. Pitcher will bat in his spot. Did you benefit at all, Bob, from anyone scouting somebody else? Or?
Oh, yeah. There was always a lot of scouts around our high school. I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 4 guys on my team. That two got drafted right away. 2 other guys I think got drafted the next year.
Wow.
So there was always scouts there. watching, but getting seen and getting drafted are two different things.
Yeah, you got to play well when they're watching you.
Yeah, I didn't. When I went to junior college, I started getting noticed. But I can remember a lot of scouts coming around our high school.
Well, this time, Shreve walks Harper. So 1 for 5, a double, 2 strikeouts in 8 plate appearances now. And Shreve said he got Harper to pop out once in the minors. Congratulations to the Bradenton Marauders. They are the champions of the Low A Southeast League. They beat the Yankees affiliate in 3 straight. Abraham Gutierrez with 2 home runs. Jackson Glenn, a draft pick this year, hit a 3-run home run in that decisive Game 3 and a blowout win over the Tampa Tarpons. So the Bradenton Marauders, the Low A affiliate of the Pirates, they are the champions of their league. That is wonderful. That's something that those guys will always remember, and the ones that make their way to the major leagues. Just a little something at a lower level, but a little bit of experience and how to win it all.
Yeah, you know, most of those guys will never see the major leagues, so that's really going to be a major highlight for them thinking back on their baseball career.
And the hope is for the Pirates. Ben Cherington, the GM, was saying, you know, it is a nice bonus for, and Greensboro has a chance to win a championship too. They're tied 1-1 in their best of 5. That those guys that are coming up, if they're playing for championships, if they're winning championships, there's a, you know, it doesn't guarantee anything at the major league level. Everyone has to perform, but it gives you a little bit of that taste of coming together and trying to win it all. Beats the alternative. After the walk to Harper, Shreve working to Real Muto. Pirates have just retaken the lead in this back and forth affair. Wilmer Defoe, pinch hit, 2-run home run. Now full count. See all the fans trying to record that right there.
Boy, how many times does he get his picture taken in a day?
Yeah, think about it. Out to center. Enough room for Reynolds. Real Muto is the first out in the 7th. So Luke Williams this is in San Diego, and the Atlanta Braves able to knot the score, so no loss for Bryce Wilson tonight. Adam Duvall having that great year.
It would be great if we saw somebody go over and like slap Bryce on the back saying, hey, look at the scoreboard.
Well, go figure. Adam Duvall hits a home run. He was with the Marlins when that game started, and he hit it off of Daniel Hudson, who was with the Nationals when that game started.
And it got a Pirate off the hook.
So Williams bats for Brad Miller. You were telling me on our car ride back from Cincinnati, right, that that's how Barry Bonds' career began, something like that, right?
Yeah, I don't know, something about his first home run or something. I don't know the story about it, but it was one of those continued games where, if you look up in the records, he actually played before he really played.
The game was started before he debuted.
Yeah, and then when the game was finally finished months later, he was now in the big leagues. But his name is in the record books earlier in a box score where he wasn't there yet.
Another one of the oddities. Pirates lead by a single tally. Harper after the walk. On at first. And he strikes out the pinch hitter Luke Williams.
Luke hit himself in the head. He's upset. Not making contact with that breaking ball. It was right out on the edge. In fact, that might not even have been a strike. Ball coming in to the back door.
Now Andrew McCutchen. He walked last inning against lefties, coming into tonight slugging over 600. That's outstanding. Now the Pirates were hoping that Shreve would face just 3 to avoid this matchup. If you ever wonder why managers often have their lineups right, left, right, left, right, left, this is why. Now 2-0. The Phillies have used their 3 right-handed batters in this game now. Veerling took over for the injured Herrera. Williams and Torres will pinch hit. Gosh. I'll try it a second time. You can hit a ball that bounces. You can't hit a ball that you've already hit. Like it was a moth that got in around your dinner table. Three and one.
One of those wide ones that been called a little bit tonight. Oh, he might get that pitch. That changes the bats around a little bit. 3-1, 2-2. That's a big difference. See both the pitcher and the hitter. Looked like a changeup sign.
Well, if McCutchen reaches, due up is the left-handed batting Gregorius, but then you would push up the tying run into scoring position. Assuming a walk, of course, but could be more if he puts it in play. Gets him out. Dust your hands and you take a 1-run lead into the 8th. Of course, Harper will be on the move here. Perez wants to talk.
Yeah, I wonder if Perez isn't real happy about the pitch that they've selected to throw 3-2, so he's decided to maybe plead his case. Could be what that was.
Closing arguments.
That pitcher always gets the last word, and he's the one throwing the ball. Yeah, they didn't even give signs. They decided early.
Rolled over and foul.
He walks with a little limp now, doesn't he?
Did she get a foul ball? I've been following her all night.
Oh,
yeah, look at that.
Well, no, I don't think that's a foul ball.
Maybe that's a purchase.
That's foul softball. That's a big baseball. Of course, she's a little girl, but I don't know. I gotta need another look at that. Another changeup.
And rolled it over again. This one is fair and a base hit. Hit it just badly enough.
Nothing you can do about it. You're playing deep. 2 strikes, and he hits a dribbler up there. And you know, he's a little off balance when he hit that, so he's kind of falling toward first base. See that? So he gets a real good jump coming out of the box. And I'm sure he doesn't run like he used to, but he still gets down there quicker than most.
Well, the solace here is that Gregorius, who has not had a great year at the plate anyway, but against lefties, 148. And with a runner in scoring position, 157. Game on the line in the 7th. Phillies with a 6-man bench tonight, but they had to use one because of Herrera departing with left ankle soreness. They do have the switch hitting Knapp on their bench, but that's their backup catcher, who hits 156. Joyce and Jankowski left-handed batters. All part of the calculus. Roped to right and deep. And Gregorius hits a 3-run home run off Shreve. And the Phillies go back in front again.
Wow, this is just an amazing 2 games here. It's incredible. A guy that does not hit lefties gets up there at this crucial moment in their season and hits a 3-run homer off a lefty.
That's incredible.
That's some wow stuff right there.
They have been the fighting Phils. They just keep coming back.
He's choking up a little bit. It didn't really, hit it all that hard. I think it was in the upper 90s velocity wise, but in this ballpark, that's all you really need.
Galvis out to Hayes. That ends it, but 3 across off the bat of Gregorius. Hats off. 8-6 Phillies. Trailing, of course, that matters a lot to the Phillies, who entered play tonight 2 games back of the Braves. And out in San Diego, Tatis out to center, number 41 for the 22-year-old Fernando Tatis Jr. off of Will Smith. And that game that was started back in July, they're going to finish it tonight and play another one. And the Phillies feel good. They became big Padres fans tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you find yourself doing a lot of scoreboard watching and rooting for other teams this time of year.
Well, it could be a big swing if the Pirates are able to win and the Braves win those 2 games tonight. The Phillies are 3.5 back, and with just over a week to play, they do have Atlanta for 3 games in Atlanta. But if the Phillies win tonight and the Padres win both of those games tonight, they're a half game out of first. It's a toss-up. That all happens tonight.
Are the last 3 games this season in Philly?
No,
I mean, excuse me, in Atlanta?
the next series.
Next series. Oh.
The next series after the Pirates leave town, they'll go to Atlanta. And Neris, who pitched the 7th, or part of it, starts the 8th with a strikeout. Kyle Keller is loosening for the Pirates. Newman, a 2-run double in the 4th inning, put the Pirates ahead. Phillies led. And the Pirates led. Well, then the Phillies led. Then the Pirates led, and now the Phillies have led. It's 5 lead changes so far tonight. Are we in store for more? That's the question.
Oh, I would believe so. This one will go right to the wire.
Perfectly placed. Neris has been pitching about as well as he has in recent years as of late. 1.48 ERA over the last 2 months. And he's always pitched well against the Pirates. Snapped his bat. And it's down in front of Ehrling for a base hit. 2-hit night for Newman. Tying runs coming up. There's some choppy waters out there this evening.
It's going to go down to the end of this one.
Perez brought in a pair with his single in the 4th inning. He's got plenty of sock in that bat. Got 7 home runs. Well, 2-0 on him now.
Yeah, he's in the driver's seat. You're talking about he's got a little sock. This is where you like to be in this scenario. 2 runs down, you got a man on, You can take a shot at trying to hit a home run. Yeah, look at that big swing.
Got a fastball.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping for. You know, maybe not in that spot. If it would have been a little closer to him, would have been better. But still, you hit 2-0. You get a fastball. You're down by 2 late. Try to give it a ride. And that's the equalizer to that scenario. You know, a guy's trying to rip one out of here, tie the game, maybe setting fastball. You throw him the changeup, and he's just a little bit out in front of it because he's being aggressive going after the heater.
Now 2-2.
Another changeup right off the very end of the bat.
All those years, Neris throwing that split-fingered pitch. Almost an eon ago, Yahure came on as the bulk pitcher following Sam Howard, who struck out the side of the first inning. He went 3 2/3 tonight. Full count on Perez. Hoy Park waiting in the wings. Got a fastball, but a little different on 3-2, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're not as, you know, especially after he's out in front of the off-speed stuff, he needs to kind of dial it back a little bit now. And you're thinking a little bit more about just trying to maybe go up the middle. Got that big hole on the left side. There's nobody playing over there really. No third baseman, so you got to stay back a little bit, and then you get that. Now, if you're hunting fastball, you probably at least check swing on that pitch.
That's a good at bat for Perez. The tying runs are on with 1 out. Back and forth we go. Hoy Park coming up. Legged out that infield hit last inning. And because of that, he scored ahead of the pinch hit 2-run home run by Defoe. Park earlier on the road trip Sunday in Miami had that come from behind go ahead home run in the 9th inning. In a similarly wild game that exchanged leads late. More activity. Falter has been loosening for most of this game.
Hey, you think he'd just be kind of standing there watching by now? He's got to be loose. He's thrown 2 innings in the bullpen.
Keller has warmed. Oh, a funny looking reception by Real Muto.
He called for a fastball inside and got it up and away. It's hard to get out there to get to that ball. He wanted the pitch he got before, that one that looks like it's inside and tails back, catches the corner. When he threw for strike 1, he wanted that same pitch again, but nowhere close. But a guy throwing 95, it's kind of hard to reach up there in time and grab that ball, so it looked a little odd.
I'll press the reset button. Did he go? Yes. Hoy said that Hoy went.
He definitely swung.
Yes, he did.
Big pitch. Everybody making noise. Getting up on their feet. A lot of them are.
Good stop by Real Muto. Try to keep that double play intact. That's what the Phillies are thinking about. And Neris, who just walked Perez, in danger of setting up the bases full. Remember, the Pirates made a switch earlier, so Alford is on deck. That leaked back out over the plate, but a lot of movement on it.
Yeah. He does have good movement on that fastball.
There's Alford, ton of power. Park generally among the lowest at chasing, meaning swinging at pitches outside of the strike zone. One of the better ones at not doing that. That went in there.
He picked up the pace of that fastball, gave it everything he had. 96. I think that's the first one of those he's thrown tonight.
He wasn't going to walk him on that one. He said, here's my best.
That's one where he's a little bit late, and then he throws this one just a little bit harder. And look, that two-seamer has a ton of run to it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And that's 96. So even though it's right down the middle, it's not this straight shot.
Out of the hand.
Yeah.
He's thinking that ball's maybe even a little inside. So he's waiting. He sees it running back into the strike zone. Too late. It's already there. Think of the time where you have to. Where's that ball when you're having to make the decision to swing or not? I mean, it's just not too far out of the hand. You're having to calculate speed, trajectory. Where's it going to end up when it gets here? Of course, you're not calculating that. You're not consciously, anyway.
A key moment here with the Pirates having the tying runs on. I have not faced Alford tonight. This is his first plate appearance.
That's why they hit for hours in the cage, so that stuff all comes just so naturally. You're not having to think about it. Your mind picks up the spin, the location coming out of somebody's hand.
Herrera started this game left with left ankle soreness. That was back when the Pirates owned a 4-1 lead.
That's why he didn't get the second on that ball he hit off the top of the right center field fence, because he had a sore ankle.
There you go. Maybe that explains it.
Ouch.
Newman's the lead runner at second. Stallings can identify. Very late. I think that was another instance of that. May have deemed it to be out of the zone, and then wait a minute.
Yeah, because you don't want to swing at balls, so you're trying to wait to see if it's going to be a strike. That's why guys that throw harder have a little bit of advantage, because it takes away some of that, is it a strike or not, time.
Does not chase. Now 1-2. Happy anniversary. That's neat.
I like the is that a tuxedo?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we had a couple of big pitches. Park was up there. I'm sure the Philly faithful will be making noise and getting on their feet for this one.
Two and two. Oh, left it outside. That was tantalizing. But I guess the more you see it, you might be able to make an adjustment. It ran in, but not that much in. Are you kidding me? Full count with 2 on. Ball 4. They fill him up.
Not even close.
A good take and then an easy take. The go-ahead run is on, and Girardi is out.
It's like you're in the playoffs right here.
Yeah.
Watching all this.
Well, if he could have gotten offered, that would have. Well, he's going to save Neris.
Yeah, that was just to kind of, you know, give him a little bit of a blow.
He's saying, I got faith in you. You're one of my horses, right? I got him. I got it. So Key Brian Hayes is coming up with the bases full. He's had the rookie Falter warming up for several innings. But again, a rookie. Who are you going to choose here? Neris, who has been with the Phillies for.
Well, he's not going to bring in Falter to throw pitch to Hayes, I don't think. This is his guy right here. He's going to stay with him.
Now Hayes has been able to hit the heat lately too. Since the calendar turned to August, he's hitting .391 against 95+ fastballs, and this is not a strong suit for him before that. No more mound visits remaining for the Phillies. See if they enforce that. Able to get the heat, but right back to Neris, who is fired up. He gets out of the bases loaded situation. And it keeps the Phillies in the lead.
Is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. With new Monday draw days and more chances to win with Double Play. Powerball just got better. New from the Pennsylvania Lottery. And by AAA. Get a full picture quote with AAA Auto Insurance. Let's go Bucks!
8-6 the score remains. The Pirates have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Neris stomping on first to record the final out. Making sure. There's the final score. So the Phillies have just picked up a half game on the Braves. That is the updated standings right now, with the Phillies in the lead and the Padres and Braves playing another one tonight in San Diego. They could find themselves as little as a half game out of first when we wake up tomorrow. A lot on the line for the fighting Phils, who have come from behind on a couple of occasions tonight and certainly yesterday.
See these numbers for Kyle Keller. Needs to throw a 0 up here. Give us a shot in the 9th.
Lefty Travis Jankowski. First one out there. Bonda pitched 2 innings last night, so I don't know if he'd go tonight. The only other lefty the Pirates have available. Ian Kennedy. That's who the Phillies would want to enlist for the 9th. Two righties due to follow, and Keller, righties have hit 193 against him this year. Alford navigating left, recording out number 1.
Got over there in plenty of time. Used both hands. Make sure he secured that first out.
Got both feet in bounds. Firm fastball at 95 from the New Orleans native. Kyle Keller, no relation to Mitch. High curveball. Right there from Kyle Keller.
A little paint on the outside line. Nicely done.
Well, if the Pirates are to come back in this one, you got to keep it 2 runs. You put a man on, you bring the tying run up, can't fall behind any farther. And Keller doing a good job of trying to keep it there right now.
Yeah, you want to get this inning over right now with this guy too. Don't let it go any further.
Bryce Harper on deck.
Pirates would love to get one more at bat from him, and it would be with somebody on if they could.
In the 9th, the Pirates have Tsutsugo, Reynolds, and then a pinch hitter, more than likely. They have Cole Tucker and Taylor Davis on their bench. Got some firepower waiting in the wings. Little bouncer. Nice job by Kyle Keller.
Great job.
3 up, 3 down. Now here come the boys to bat against Ian Kennedy. Saturday, October 2nd, the Pirates and the Reds. Game at 6:35. Zambelli fireworks to follow. All part of Fan Appreciation Weekend. Just $10 tickets all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come on and join us. Pirates.com/fan appreciation. Ninth inning coming up. Pirates need a pair in Philly. We got Tsutsugo and Reynolds to start. Pitchers due up third.
Broad Street at night, pretty well lit place, isn't it?
I think that's an open aperture. Gregorius put him ahead with a 3-run home run off Shreve in the 7th. It's standing for now. Jankowski's going to stay in the game.
Well, checking their cards, see where they're supposed to play defense.
Ian Kennedy came over in that trade that brought Kyle Gibson, who started this game, over from Texas. Veerling to left. They take McCutchen out. Jankowski stays in to play center. Just enough room. A crestfallen Tsutsugo is the first out. With the Rangers and Phillies.
And I think you see that in Tsutsugo, even though the Pirates aren't going anywhere, they feed off the electricity in the stadium the same way the home team does. You feel the, all the energy and how anxious you watch the Phillies, how every single play means so much, like Neris going over and jumping on the bag and that sort of thing.
It's like the playoffs.
Yeah,
you described it.
You're feeling the same kind of emotion, getting that little tingle through your body, that shot of adrenaline.
Well, if the Pirates down 2 and need a base runner to bring the tying run up. Saw that number. Kennedy has allowed 12 home runs this year. And 7 in brief action in that shortened season last year. So 19 home runs in just over 67 innings the last 2 seasons. So if you get that man aboard in that ballpark, you got a shot. Could come out of base on balls. Reynolds has never faced Ian Kennedy. Base hit to right. The Pirates will bring the tying run up here in the 9th. Cole Tucker will pinch hit for the pitcher. Tucker has been good on this road trip.
Yeah, he has really made some strides. His hitting.
9 for 23 on the trip. That's a .391 average. First time facing Kennedy as well. It's a 6-game streak. He represents the tying run at the plate here in the 9th inning. This game has changed hands, the lead, 5 times. Will Crowe, the Pirates starter tomorrow. Skied to left but foul. And 1-2 on the pinch hitter Cole Tucker.
Whoa. Everything had been away, kind of wake you up a little bit under the chin.
Two outs.
They couldn't hold back. Ended up chasing one upstairs.
She's still hanging in there.
Yes, she is. Won't be long though.
She's hoping that Ben Gamble tries one like he did in the 6th inning, but with just a little more behind it. And the Philly fans, there's a lot at stake tonight. Atlanta's already lost. Reynolds on defensive indifference. Assumes second. Gamble hit one to the track in that 6th inning. 0 for 3 lifetime against Ian Kennedy. Hitters count 2-0 on Gamble. The swings between those two all night.
Oh, it's just been, you know, crazy back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You look at all the fans in the background of some of these shots. I mean, you know, people have they don't want to look. They got their hands up in front of their eyes. Everybody has seen the. See, look at the guy in like the blue Hawaiian shirt back there. Have you been watching him? Oh, he is just living and dying with every pitch. They know the San Diego Atlanta score. This is great stuff.
Now 3-2. The Phillies a strike away from being within a game of first. The Pirates a long ball away from tying it.
It's exciting stuff.
To Gamble, and he walked him, and the Pirates have the tying runs on here in the 9th.
They threw it where he wanted to. Saw Rio Muto give the sign. He wanted that fastball upstairs. They took a shot at it going up there and trying to get a chase, but Gamble, nope. I'm going to take my base.
Those are the two tying runs. The go-ahead run now at the plate.
Outfield will be very deep now. They can't give up a double. Good speed at first base, carrying that tying run.
Newman has already hit a double tonight and a single. 2 out of 4. He's driven in a pair. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a walk-off there on the road, but Newman through the years has had that penchant for coming through in that final inning with the Pirates down or in tie games. They've hung in there all night. They want to cash in. and enjoy the
Yeah,
spoils
look
of
at
sticking
this.
around.
Kennedy's starting to. He's starting to work hard. Laboring a little bit out there right now, trying to get the ball where he wants to. Oh, he's falling behind 2-0. Oh my. Barely got in there.
Reynolds at second and Gamble at first. Gamble is the tying run. Both teams have led multiple times tonight. The Phillies trying to pull within one game of Atlanta for the top spot in the East. And Atlanta still's got another game to play in San Diego tonight, so it could be as little as a half game. It could be, if the Pirates turn this around, the point of the season where everything went awry. And it leans on the bat of Newman right here. In the air, Jankowski secures the win for Philadelphia. They're as close as they've been in a long time to the top spot of the East.
Well, this was a great game to watch tonight. I mean, a lot of stuff going on. The lead changes, so much on the line for the Phillies. You know, you could tell the emotions when you looked at the Phillies players when they did something poorly or they did something well. Good game to watch.
If Atlanta loses tonight, the Phillies will be within a half game of first. Closest they would have been since August 14th.
2 more games with these guys. There'll be 2 more games like this, you know, with the emotions running, you know, with both clubs. And like I said earlier, you know, you got the Pirates over there. They're feeling this energy also in a different way, but you know, they're in the ballpark and they know what's at stake, at least for the Phillies right now, and they're trying to up their game.
Well, both teams had the lead tonight, but the Phillies come out on top 8-6. The final in game 2 of this series. Join us again tomorrow afternoon, a 4 o'clock start. But stay tuned for Pirates postgame presented by AHN. Coming up next, the final in Philadelphia. It was the Fightin' Phils over the Buccos 8-6.